now let's go deeper. When is a language born? This question is perhaps what all linguistics would like to be able to answer. However, it cannot be answered easily or even at all. Why?
Languages do not change from one day to the next. Neither do they emerge like that. On the contrary, they evolve slowly, over time. There are written documents that testify to this change taking place, showing how one variety combines with another, not only in the language that people speak every day, but also in official writings. In the European area, the first evidence of these types dates back to the 19th century AD. In 813, for example, the Council of Tours reiterated the need to translate homilies into the Romance or Germanic languages spoken by the people. In 842, the Oath of Strasbourg were taken. This was a political and military pact between Charles the Bold and Louis the German against their elder brother Lothar I. The oath that guaranteed the pacts was written in Latin, but was then recited in both Germanic and Romance languages, the languages spoken by the people ruled by Louis and Charles.
What both the bishops of the Council of Tours and the grandson of Charlemagne realized was that Latin was no longer a language that ordinary people understood and used in everyday lives, and that for this reason. Even important communication, such as religious messages or political military alliances, had to be transcribed into vernacular languages. In Italy, during the same period, documents of this type also exist, but they are private writings. The first document in which Italian, or rather a vernacular of the Italian area, is used is the Placito di Capua. The Placito di Capua is a legal document that was written in 960 in Capua, in southern Italy. The Placito was written to settle a legal dispute and granted the important Benedictine monastery of Montecassino the ownership of some lands.
The trial, chaired by Judge Arecchisi, is brought against the monastery by Re del Grimo, a landowner. In the trial, 3 witnesses pronounce a formula confirming the monastery's 30 years possession of the land, determining its ownership by usucapion, or adverse possession. Like all official documents of the time, the Placito was written in Latin, but the judge, in order to emphasize the core element of the case, decides that the testimonies should be recorded in vernacular. The testimony reads: «Sao che quelle terre, per quelli fini che chi contene, 30 anni le possette, parti Sancti Benedicti», which we could rephrase in English like this: I know that those lands within those boundaries that are contained here, the witness was probably referring to a map, were owned for 30 years by the party of St. Benedict, i.e. one of the 2 parties to the dispute, the monastery of St. Benedict at Montecassino. The testimony actually has strongly formulaic traits, which we also find in similar documents, and is in fact a translation of coeval Latin oath formulas. Nevertheless, it shows some evident feature of the vernacular of the area of origin of the text.
Apart from the greater or lesser adherence of this text to the language actually spoken by a witness in the 10th century, the importance of the Placito di Capua lies in the fact that for the first time the vernacular was used as an official language alongside Latin in a document of important juridical value. This is why the Placito di Capua, although not the oldest text written in the vernacular, is considered the birth certificate of the Italian language. So, now that you know how the Italian language emerged, think about your own language. How did it take shape? What documents reveal its formation? And what could be considered its birth certificate? Move to the next step and start sharing with others.